Reclaim Your Strength, a guide to reversing muscle loss for seniors. The quiet whisper of strength slipping away. Imagine this. It's a crisp autumn morning in your cozy American home. The sun filters through the kitchen window, casting a warm glow on the counter where your coffee sits, steaming gently. You swing your legs out of bed, expecting the familiar rhythm of your morning routine. But today, something feels off. Your legs wobble, just a touch, as your feet meet the hardwood floor. You reach for your coffee mug, and your hand trembles ever so slightly, as if it's forgotten its old confidence. A quiet question stirs in your heart. What's happening to me? This isn't about pain or illness. It's subtler, like a whisper you can't quite ignore. Your body, once a steadfast ally through decades of life's adventures, feels like it's drifting away from you. You've been eating well, staying active, maybe even taking those morning walks around the neighborhood or lifting light weights in the garage. Yet, something's shifting and it's not what you expected. If this moment feels familiar, pause with us. This isn't just aging. It's not in your head. And most importantly, it's not your fault. There's a name for this silent change. Sarcopenia, the age-related loss of muscle mass and strength. Recognized by the World Health Organization as a medical condition, sarcopenia isn't an inevitable part of growing older. It's a challenge you can meet head-on. At Golden Years Wellness, we believe aging isn't about fading away. It's about growing wiser, stronger, and more in tune with your body's quiet messages. This journey isn't about chasing the vigor of your 20s. It's about reclaiming the strength to live life on your terms, whether that's carrying groceries from the car, playing with your grandkids in the backyard, or simply standing up from your favorite armchair without a second thought. The good news? Your muscles are resilient, even in your 60s, 70s, or beyond. With the right foods and small, intentional changes, you can rebuild what time has tried to take away. Let's walk this path together, starting with the food on your plate. Part 1. Understanding sarcopenia, the silent thief. What is sarcopenia? Sarcopenia sneaks in like a thief in the night, silent and unassuming, stealing strength you didn't even know you were losing. It's not a disease that announces itself with fever or pain. Instead, it shows up in the small moments, the extra effort it takes to climb the stairs to your porch, the hesitation before lifting a bag of dog food, the fatigue in your arms after holding a book for too long. By the time you notice, you may have lost up to 33% of your muscle mass, a third of your ability to move freely, to stay balanced, to live independently. Unlike a broken bone or a cold, sarcopenia doesn't demand attention. It's a gradual fading, a slow dimming of the light that powers your daily life. The World Health Organization now recognizes it as a medical condition, not a normal part of aging. This distinction matters. It means you're not destined to weaken as the years pass. Your muscles are waiting, ready to respond, if you know how to nourish them. Why does sarcopenia happen? Think of your body as a house you've lived in for decades. Over time, the foundation, your muscles, needs maintenance. As we age, our bodies become less efficient at absorbing nutrients, particularly protein, the building block of muscle. Chronic low-grade inflammation, like a smoldering ember, quietly erodes muscle tissue. Oxidative stress, caused by unstable molecules called free radicals, chips away at healthy cells. Even stress hormones like cortisol can break down muscle if left unchecked. But here's the hope. Your muscles are not gone. They're not broken. They're simply waiting for the right tools to rebuild. You don't need a gym membership or a drastic overhaul of your life. The solution starts in your kitchen with foods that fuel, protect, and restore. The emotional weight of muscle loss. Let's be honest, losing strength isn't just physical. It's emotional. It's the pang of frustration when you can't open a stubborn jar of pickles. It's a quiet worry that you might lose your independence, that one day you won't be able to keep up with the life you love. For Mary, a 68-year-old grandmother from Ohio, it was the moment she struggled to lift her toddler grandson during a family picnic. I felt like I was letting him down, she shared. I didn't want to be the grandma who couldn't play. For John, a 72-year-old retired teacher from Texas, it was the realization that his daily walks were getting shorter, not because he was tired, but because his legs felt unsteady. I thought this was just what happens when you get older, he said. But then I learned I could do something about it. These stories aren't unique. They're the quiet struggles of millions of Americans over 50, wondering if their strength is slipping away forever. The truth? It's not. Your body is ready to fight back, and the first weapon is on your plate. Part 2. The power of food, your muscle's greatest ally. Your kitchen is more than a place to cook. It's a workshop where strength is built one bite at a time. The foods we'll explore aren't exotic superfoods flown in from distant lands. They're everyday ingredients you can find at your local grocery store, from Walmart to Whole Foods. These are your allies in the fight against sarcopenia, each one packed with nutrients that speak directly to your muscles. 1. Quinoa, the golden grain of strength. Picture a tiny seed, no bigger than a grain of sand, holding the power to rebuild your muscles. That's quinoa, a plant-based protein powerhouse that's anything but ordinary. Unlike most grains, quinoa is a complete protein, meaning it contains all 9 essential amino acids your muscles crave. After age 50, your body becomes less efficient at processing protein, making quinoa's amino acids a lifeline for muscle repair and growth. But quinoa's magic doesn't stop there. It's rich in iron, which carries oxygen to your muscles, keeping them energized for that morning walk or afternoon gardening session. It also delivers magnesium, a mineral that helps your muscles contract and relax, preventing cramps and fatigue. Imagine swapping out your usual white rice for a bowl of fluffy quinoa, mixed with roasted vegetables and a sprinkle of herbs. Each bite is a step towards stronger legs, steadier hands, and a body that feels alive. How to use it? Swap quinoa for rice in your favorite dishes, from stir-fries to casseroles. Toss it into a salad with spinach, cherry tomatoes, and a drizzle of olive oil. Add a cup to your morning oatmeal for a protein-packed breakfast. 1 cup of cooked quinoa delivers about 8 grams of protein, plus fiber to keep your digestion humming. A story of quinoa's power. Take Susan, a 65-year-old retiree from California. She started adding quinoa to her lunches after noticing her arms felt weak while carrying groceries. I didn't think a grain could make such a difference, she said. But after a few weeks, I felt stronger, like my body was waking up. Susan's story isn't a miracle. It's the science of smart nutrition at work. 2. Walnuts, the anti-inflammatory shield. In the quiet of your pantry sits a small but mighty warrior, the walnut. These wrinkled nuts are more than a crunchy snack. They're a shield against the silent inflammation that erodes your muscles. Walnuts are packed with plant-based omega-3 fatty acids, specifically ALA, which soothe inflammation like a cool breeze on a hot day. They also contain vitamin E and polyphenol, antioxidants that protect your muscle cells from oxidative damage. But there's more. Stress, that ever-present companion in our busy lives, releases cortisol, a hormone that can break down muscle tissue over time. Walnuts help lower cortisol, protecting not just your body but your peace of mind. Picture a handful of walnuts sprinkled over your morning oatmeal or mixed into a creamy yogurt parfait. Each nut is a quiet act of defense, guarding the strength you've worked so hard to maintain. How to use it? Add a small handful, about 1 ounce, to your breakfast cereal or yogurt. Toss crushed walnuts into a salad with mixed greens and grilled chicken. Snack on them plain for a heart-healthy boost between meals. Blend them into a smoothie with bananas and almond milk for a creamy treat. A glimpse of walnuts at work. For Robert, a 70-year-old veteran from Florida, walnuts became a game changer. After years of joint stiffness and muscle fatigue, he started eating a handful daily. I didn't expect much, he admitted, but my knees stopped aching and I could lift my toolbox again without wincing. Robert's story shows how small choices can yield big results. 3. Blueberries, the tiny protectors. Close your eyes and picture a blueberry, small enough to fit on your fingertip, yet bursting with power. These deep blue gems are more than a sweet treat. They're a shield against oxidative stress, the process where free radicals damage your muscle cells. Blueberries are rich in anthocyanins, the pigments that give them their vibrant color. These compounds act like tiny bodyguards, neutralizing free radicals and reducing inflammation at the muscular level. But blueberries do more than protect. They help your muscles recover faster after activity, whether it's a walk around the block or a gentle yoga class. They're also packed with vitamin C, which supports collagen production, keeping your muscles and tendons strong. And let's not forget potassium, a mineral that prevents cramps and keeps your muscles moving smoothly. Imagine a bowl of blueberries mixed into your morning yogurt, their tart sweetness waking up your taste buds and your body. How to use it? Add a cup of fresh or frozen blueberries to smoothies or oatmeal. Mix them into Greek yogurt with a drizzle of honey. Snack on them by the handful for a quick nutrient-packed boost. Bake them into muffins with whole grain flour for a healthy treat. A blueberry success story. Linda, a 62-year-old librarian from Michigan, started eating blueberries daily after noticing soreness after her evening walks. I used to feel stiff the next day, she said. Now I bounced back faster, and I even started gardening again. Blueberries didn't just help Linda's muscles. They gave her back her joy and movement. Part 3. Building a muscle-friendly day. Knowledge is power, but action is transformation. The foods we've explored, quinoa, walnuts, blueberries, and more, are your tools. Now, let's bring them together into a daily meal plan that fits your life. Whether you're a busy retiree in New York or enjoying a quiet life in rural Idaho. This isn't about perfection. It's about consistency, nourishing your body with care day by day. Your daily muscle-building menu. Morning, a strong start. Meal, a bowl of plain Greek yogurt topped with 1 cup of blueberries and 1 tablespoon of ground flax seeds. Why it works. Greek yogurt delivers protein and probiotics, blueberries fight oxidative stress, and flax seeds boost digestion. This breakfast is a triple threat against muscle loss, setting you up for a strong day. Tip: add a sprinkle of granola for crunch, but choose one low in sugar. Lunch: fuel for the afternoon. Meal: a warm quinoa bowl with grilled chicken, or lentils for a vegetarian option, leafy greens like spinach, and a handful of crushed walnuts. Why it works. Quinoa provides complete protein and magnesium. Chicken or lentils offer lean protein. Greens add fiber, and walnuts reduce inflammation. This meal keeps you energized without the afternoon slump. Tip: drizzle with olive oil and lemon juice for a zesty, heart-healthy dressing. Afternoon snack, a quick boost. Meal: a boiled egg and a small handful of walnuts. Why it works. The egg provides high-quality protein, while walnuts keep inflammation at bay. This snack stabilizes blood sugar and keeps your muscles fed between meals. Tip: keep pre-boiled eggs in the fridge for grab-and-go convenience. Dinner: restore and repair. Meal: baked salmon or sardines with steamed broccoli and a side of quinoa or brown rice. Why it works. Salmon's omega-3s enhance protein absorption, broccoli adds fiber and vitamins, and quinoa or rice provides steady energy. This meal supports overnight muscle repair. Tip: season salmon with garlic and herbs for flavor without extra salt. Evening, nighttime protection. Meal: a small bowl of low-sodium cottage cheese with a few blueberries or crushed walnuts. Why it works. Cottage cheese's casein protein nourishes muscles during sleep, preventing breakdown. Blueberries or walnuts add an extra layer of protection. Tip: choose plain cottage cheese to avoid added sugars. Making it your own. This meal plan isn't a rigid rule book, it's a blueprint. Swap salmon for grilled chicken if fish isn't your thing. Prefer tofu over lentils? Go for it. The key is consistency. Aim for 15 to 20 grams of protein at each meal and incorporate anti-inflammatory, nutrient-rich foods throughout the day. Whether you're cooking for one in a Chicago apartment or hosting a family dinner in Georgia, these foods fit into your life. Part 4. The science behind the strength. To truly understand why these foods work, let's dive into the science of sarcopenia and muscle repair. Don't worry, we'll keep it simple, like explaining a recipe to a friend. The role of protein. Protein is the bricks and mortar of your muscles. As you age, your body becomes less efficient at using protein, meaning you need more to maintain muscle mass. The recommended dietary allowance, RDA, for protein is 0.8 grams per kilogram of body weight, but for older adults, experts suggest 1.2 to to 2.0 grams per kilogram to combat sarcopenia. For a 150-pound person, that's about 82 to 136 grams of protein daily, spread across meals. Foods like quinoa, Greek yogurt, and lean proteins provide essential amino acids, particularly leucine, which triggers muscle protein synthesis. Think of leucine as the key that unlocks your muscle's ability to rebuild, fighting inflammation and oxidative stress. Chronic low-grade inflammation and oxidative stress are like rust on your muscles, slowly wearing them down. Omega-3 fatty acids found in walnuts, flax seeds, and fatty fish act like a polishing cloth, reducing inflammation and protecting muscle cells. Antioxidants like anthocyanins in blueberries and polyphenol in walnuts neutralize free radicals, preventing further damage. The nighttime